Souls. This is Ritu Chopra with the weekly reading for all of you. The weekly reading is with the fun part of the work that I do as a life and a wellness coach and a mental wellness coach. One of the modalities that I work with is the cards. Cards are nothing but energies that are wanting to give us a clue or a cue as to what may be in the times to come. But I always say that wise men control their planets and fools follow them. Be this wise person who can control things, who has the power to shift their energy through their actions and their choices. Be that person always. And that's what is my work in the wellness and life coach arena that I work, or in the mental health area, that you have the innate potential to shift, change whatever you want to. But having said that, energy is always speaking to us. It speaks to us in varied myriad forms, and it's trying to tell us something. We need to keep our eyes, ears, energy open to be able to take that message and use it for our good or for betterment. So I have three decks here. This is one of my oldest deck here. I started to work with this almost 10 years back, and it's worn out also a little, and this is a very easy breezy daily messages deck, and I love it. And I'm hoping that the energy that is going to be talking to us is going to give us good cards. This is an archangel deck, and this one is a quirky love energy deck which I picked about 2-3 years just before the COVID lockdown from India Art Fair. And this was a very beautiful quirky love energy deck which talks about personalities from around the world, and how is that going to be a cue or a clue for us to talk about energy in love. Love, empathy, kindness is the energy that I'm coming here for all of you, because those are the highest vibrations that we can vibe on. When we vibe in love, kindness, empathy, and compassion, that energy keeps our energy high, that keeps our energy light, it keeps it flowing, it keeps it going. And that's the energy that I've come with. I'm going to be taking out two cards each from each of the decks here for all of us. And let's see what the energies have to talk to us and tell us. Sometimes, you might come across this video sometime from now, later. And then is the time for you to know or hear something that these energies are going to tell you. If this resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. So let's see what are the energies telling us. Alright, so the first card is talking about the energy work. Now here, energy work could be that some of you are attracted to, enticed by this whole, what is this energy? How can we correct energy? How can we work with our energy? And there are various ways of working with energy. One of the ways is Reiki, or many other ways, intention. A whole lot of various modalities are available out in the world for you to work with. And the biggest form of energy is your own energy, which can be created with your own thoughts and then with your actions. So a whole lot of you are attracted towards energy work. Some of you may need to correct your own energy because it's becoming negative, it's becoming heavy, it's becoming stagnant, it's becoming dark. So you need to lighten up your energy and take it towards, easier, lighter energy of love, empathy, kindness, as I said earlier. And the other energy that probably is heavy is the energy of fear, insecurity, jealousy, greed. Those are all heavy energies. Every time you are in that energy, anger, all those energies are heavy energy. So probably some of you need to get away or get out of that heavy energy and get into these lighter, calmer, balming energies. And we all have a magnetic field. Our heart has a magnetic field, our cells have a magnetic field, and our full body has a magnetic field. So try and align yourself with the magnetic field of the earth by walking bare feet, or trying to exude better energy within yourself. And that's what this card is trying to tell. Try and give out loving thoughts, loving energy to yourself and to people around you. So that should be the focus of your energy this week. And the second card that I took out from this deck is opportunity to forgive. So probably you're carrying regret, grudge, some kind of a heavy energy about yourself or about someone or about an incident or about work or something to do with forgiving yourself and forgiving others. So forgive yourself and forgive others, because this is an opportunity to clean your stagnant energy, clean the air, and just move into lighter energies. And this is again talking about that the situation that comes to your mind as I talk about this card, it may be with someone, it may be with a work colleague, home, relationships, someone. It's time to kind of clear the air and forgive. And when we forgive, I'm not talking anything new. When we forgive someone not for them per se, but for our own self, because then our energy is cleaner, clear, lighter, and it makes us feel good. And gratitude and forgiveness is a great energy to dwell on. So kindly work on this energy, because it's going to help you to move into an area where you feel that you have better energy, you can work better, you can create better, and it will help you into creating better times, better work, everything. The creative energy within you will be doubled. So that's what is from the first deck, and I'm using the second deck to talk about what is the guidance for all of us for the week. So the first card is talking about law of attraction. A whole lot of us, you know, laugh at law of attraction, and a whole lot of us don't believe in law of attraction, and a whole lot of us believe in law of attraction. So I'm going to deconstruct, or I always say that, let's look at law of attraction as a very simple thing. Law of attraction says that whatever you give out in the universe will come back to you, which is a good thing. If you give an intention and you have seriousness of intent and you're wanting to work towards betterment of whatever you are wishing and desiring, then you have to take an action also towards it. You can't sit with your hands folded and say, I have given out the feeling, I've given out the wish, I've given out the desire, and it will come back to me. No, it will not come back to you if you do not work towards it, if you do not create choices, if you do not take action towards it. And also the fact that if you give out worry, if you give out uh, energy of worry, energy of insecurity, energy of fear, energy of pain, and all of that, that is also going to come back to you. So there also the law of attraction nowhere says only the good things will come back to you. If you give bad energy, if you give negative energy, if you give out bad thoughts, if you feel like doing bad things to others, and you keep carrying the higher raw, dark, heavy energy, that is also going to come back to you. So be very selective of the energy that you dwell on. And at no point of time I'm saying that, we all of us feel dark, all of us feel shallow, all of us feel heavy energies, all of us go through the human greed, need, uh, jealousy, all of that. But the idea to reach into the higher place is to not be there, not dwell there, not intentionally be there. So try and pick up your energy from the heaviness into the lightness, and that's seeming to be the flavor of the reading for this week, because we came out with the first card of the energy work also. So it's also time for us to create energy for us, and we are the captain of our life. We need to have those choices, and we need to take those actions where we can recreate the energy that we wish our life to be filled with. Now here, the activities of relationships, and this card is actually also trying to say that sometimes there was a time when you enjoyed certain things, and now those things probably are changing. Your energy is changing. You are becoming more sensitive to people's energy. You're also becoming more sensitive to your own energy. So take cognizance of that energy, and then accordingly make the choices, or take action. So at this point of time, you're going to be in this week, or whenever you hear this reading, you're going to be very, very sensitive to the energy that you exude, energy that other people give out, and you will be working towards it in a very, very sensitive way. So when we are highly sensitive, try and look into the better side of it, because sometimes our sensitivity can get us heartbroken, can make us overthink, can make us look at things in a perspective that's not really true. So use your sensitivity to give a bigger, greater, better perspective, and a holistic perspective to whatever you're seeing. And the second card is talking about your profoundly clairvoyant. I get to, hear this, and a lot of people ask me about the gifts that I have. And I say, I am nothing special. Every one of us is clairvoyant. Each one of us has the third eye. Each one of us has a vision that sees beyond what is seen in the human eye. So each one of us also has gut instinct. Each one of also has intuition. So at this time, you're going to be profoundly clairvoyant. If you're getting messages, if you're getting gut feelings, if you're getting thoughts, if you're getting idea, if you're seeing something again and again reoccurring, there is something that is trying to tell you something. So do not discard your intuitions, your clairvoyance, your thoughts, your ideas that are coming to you, and use your profound clairvoyance to find answers that you've been looking for, or to find solutions to think that you are wanting solutions to, and trust it. The whole idea is about trusting yourself, your intuition, your gut instinct, looking at things around in a holistic manner, and trusting that what is it trying to tell me. So use your clairvoyance, profound intuitions to find answers and solutions to think that you feel have gotten stuck. It could be in your project, it could be in relationships, it could be in any arena of your life. So find those answers there. And now I'm coming to the fun part, and that is the love energy. What's the love energy trying to say? So this is a very beautiful deck, which is, which has personalities from all across the globe, and it talks about them. And one of the most loved personality from across the world, uh, who who exuded love of for everyone, was Lady Diana. And this card is talking about, I'm going to read out the cards. It says, Diana, the Prince of Wales. It says, better to have one night of pleasure than a whole life of misery. So if in any of the relationship, you feel you love this person, but it's toxic and you're going through misery, so take a stand. Be this bold person to say that I am also important, my standing is also important, my feelings are also important, and please don't keep taking toxicity in this relationships. um, don't ask, don't tell. If you have to take a stand for yourself, please don't ask others that should I be doing this or should I. Your body, your relationship, you yourself know again intuitively what is working for me and what is not working for me. Um, and this card also says that there is a third party scenario in the love that is calling out to you. When I say third party scenario, you're probably involved with someone where there is probably a married man or man who's got a girlfriend or somebody. There's a third party situation here, and the clues that you're getting here should be sort of red flags for you to take action accordingly. And the second card that has come out is Joan Collins. Now, here, Joan Collins' card is talking about beauty's power. So, if you must recognize, you must look into your beauty, not only just the beauty of your outer appearance, but also dwell and harness the energy and the beauty of your inner power. Get hold of that. So use your energy, use your beauty to love, and use your energy to create harmony within yourself, in your relationship, in your love life. Age is just a number. Now, this card is also saying age is just a number, and as I have grown in life, I've just felt that things that you feel at a very young age, you keep feeling them in the same manner as you get older, but your perspective changes, how you respond changes. So age is just a number. Don't stop to be playful, don't stop to be uh, giggly, don't stop to be young at heart. That's what this card is trying to tell you. And it's also saying that bring playfulness into your relationship, into your love life. um, and this card is saying that if you are getting older and your age is just like wine. The older it is, the better it is. So it's just talking about bring playfulness into your card, bring confidence into your life, playfulness and confidence into your life. It's also saying that you know go out and look for love, and you will find love, because there is too much of love around the world. You don't need to be cooped up and feeling that I'm a certain age, now I'm old, I am now no longer young and I cannot find love. So all of you,